Right, back to camp.
Okay, so here is part 2. We're up to segment 5. So here's a trick discovered by Pewable. If you use the shove command, you can also use the secondary melee attack later to clip through the door. That door clip, Pewable says he's done it in 3. I haven't been able to figure out how to do it in less than that. I think I've done it in like 1 or 2 less pauses, I don't know. But you can clip through the door. I have an explanation of it on my channel. If you look up the Alex Skip tutorial, I explain what happens there. It just happens too quick for a door clip for me to explain here. And I'm already behind on something else. The ladder coming down, as soon as you press B to climb down, you just climb back up and then jump down. It's a lot quicker. It is a slight risk though, because every once in a while she does die when she falls down. I don't know what causes that. It's quite stupid. So while I can actually clip through this door as well, it's just faster to go ahead and open it like normal. But I guess I'll go ahead and try to explain what's going on with the door clip. What you do is you use the your melee attack, so whether it's shove or it's the pickaxe attack, both will work. The shove is easier to get through doors. I guess the shove is just easier in general to do the trick. But what you do is you press Y, triangle, or I don't know what it is on PC. I guess you map it to whatever you want. But you hit that command and immediately pause the game, and then then you frame advance, which in this game, because of how late in the generations we are now, the loading is a lot quicker. So it's very similar to like Ocarina of Time frame advance, except here you've got to press start a lot quicker. So for me, I just mash start. And every frame, or every other frame for the 360, because sometimes it takes 2 frames to go by. And I'm still kind of experimenting with this with the Alex Skip to try to get it faster, but it just takes a while to get the right timing anyway. But you just mash start, and every frame that goes by, move your joystick in the opposite direction that she is facing. By the way, segmenting there saves the time from her having to stand up. Also, because I skipped that door, I have to segment at some point between here and the camp. That way, otherwise the game will freeze when I get to the camp. So I had to segment somewhere. I don't remember who used this salvage route. I really wish I could remember who it was. I think it's the Artistic Ballistic. I think this is the route that he used, and I kind of slapped myself, like, why didn't I think of that? It's a good route. It's a lot faster than what I've done. But anyway, every frame, you move the joystick in the opposite direction, and what you need is to have her foot clip into the door. And once that happens, then she starts moving in that direction. So it's when she's facing you to going the opposite direction that she actually gets pulled in that direction ever so slightly. So for doors, you start clipping through it, and as we'll find out later for the Alex Skip, you can start clipping up slopes. So here's the end of the forest. At this point, I am 42 seconds ahead of my best splits up to this point. I do remember when doing some run attempts that I've gotten like in the 13 to 17 seconds ahead, but I don't think I've reached 40. I don't think I've reached 30. So doing good so far. And I've gotten, at this point of recording this part of the commentary, I'm up through Shantytown, so I'm a full hour into the run. I'm halfway done.
Incredible.
So the reason for me segmenting here is just because getting up to this point is long, boring, and easy. And I don't want to have to constantly redo it, especially with the testing that I wanted to do for this section. which is how early can you move? And for this guy, it's pretty damn early. That was almost as close as you can get. With these guys, you can probably move a hair sooner, but that's still pretty close to as early as possible.
Gonna have to kill most of them. Too bad. All right.
And then with this guy, I tried to find something that would work to make it more consistent, but he actually has to get pretty far around. And then here, because this guard is glitched, he's actually facing me until about now, when he starts walking the other way. It's hard to tell when you can actually move because he's glitched. He's supposed to be facing me. And his quote his flashlight was actually facing me, which is the direction that he was facing, even though his model was faced the other way. It's a glitch in the game, don't know what causes it, but I kind of just had to go off of him walking away. There was no way to predict it. So I didn't really talk about the QTEs in segment 1, but these QTEs are exactly the same every single playthrough, and which is really nice for me because for whatever stupid reason I suck at QTEs. I can't do them. I don't know why, but always gotta get a crotch shot on this guy. That's like my signature move. Gotta get him in the crotch. Oh, while you're mashing X here, hold the trigger to fire. As soon as it gets into position, it'll automatically fire, so you don't have to hit the button. So that saves a couple frames. But anyway, with these QTEs, they're always exactly the same, so they're very predictable. The problem is, if you hit the button, especially on the Y prompts, that it's like the circle that comes in that gets smaller until it gets into a spot. Which right there, it looked like I wasted a little bit of time. That was a timed, it was a timed event for this cutscene to happen. So, that's fine. That doesn't waste any time. But anyway, when the circles get smaller, and as soon as they get into range for you to hit the Y prompt, if you hit it at the earliest possible moment, it'll actually miss. So you have to wait for it to get a little bit into the ring before you actually hit it. So it's quite dumb. So that's why I wait a little bit. It doesn't really waste any time, so I'm not too concerned about it. Right here, you actually can't move forward until you kill this guy, so I just do a quick shot. In terms of experience and skills, I don't worry about it at all. Because when I need to get the skills that I need, I'll have them. And I actually only drop by one camp to get skills. And that's it. Until after the Slaughtered Fortress. So with what I've recorded right now, I actually have not picked up any other skills. And killing those 3 guys, some people said use the pistol, it's quicker. It's not really faster on console because of the time it takes for me to aim to another person. For PC it would be a lot quicker, so you might want to use the pistol on PC.
It's scary just how easy it was. You've got to warn the others, Roth.
Ammo is an interesting question for the run. I
I'll try.
haven't done a lot of testing with how much ammo I'm going to need, but I am skipping a lot. Segmenting here, which I totally missed the TR happening. I thought it happened a little bit later. So that's why I ran a little bit further. But segmenting there actually wastes about a second. But I wanted to do it so I didn't have to kill this guy and I can just quickly run by. Especially with doing that and then doing the route through this house. Now on PC, you can actually... By the way, this fire doesn't really burn you and cause you to stagger, so you can just hop straight through it. But anyway, on PC, you can actually skip this house. Nobody on console has been able to do the jump required. Now, different from my single segment runs, is I do this jump. Now, even though I missed getting onto that box, I still would have had to have turned around. So it really does not waste any time for me having to turn around and jump up the box again. But you can skip the house up to this point on PC. That saves a good chunk of time. Yeah, the PC version has many advantages over console, And so for the most part, I would say that PC runs should beat console runs. Even though there's one skip on console that you can't do on PC. I think PC still has enough of an advantage that the runs will be quicker. So, anyway, that's the end of this this segment that I'm uploading. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any comments of things that I can improve upon.